Drew, you and I have been looking at some dodgy first-person shooters lately.
Yeah.
Seems like the arena shooter's kind of coming back. A lot of people with games of that ilk in various forms of early access on Steam these days.
You're right about that.
So it's
Of varying quality as well.
Yes, absolutely. And along the way, I've kind of said, like, yeah, you know, it just kind of makes me want to play Unreal Tournament. Well, for quite some time now, there's been this kind of building in development version of a new Unreal Tournament game that Epic's been doing. They've been live streaming the progress along the way and all that sort of stuff. It's gotten to a point where they've started kind of promoting it again, kind of in conjunction with making the Unreal Engine free.
Okay.
Here at GDC this week.
Is it a permanent thing?
It's they're getting rid of the subscription fees and stuff like that. They'd already kind of lowered it to try to make it competitive. This puts it in a even more competitive category where, you know, it's free until you make like $3,000 on your game, and then they want 5%.
Okay.
I guess is the basics of it, as I understand it. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, they've been running this for a while. I figured it'd be a good time to check back in on Unreal Tournament. Last time we looked at it, it was just like a Git repo that you could download and compile.
Okay.
You know, now they've got it on their site. You can download it, but it's still, you know, not a lot of content in here. They do have stats. I only played a little bit of it here so far. Wait a minute.
Our lawyers will be in touch.
Exactly. Stats and match history. This sort of stuff was kind of, you know, I feel like Unreal Tournament was maybe one of the first shooters to kind of do that sort of stuff. They'd have you kind of create accounts and do some stat tracking and stuff like that. Let's just jump into the tutorial real quick, give you a look at kind of what we're dealing with here. They've made some movement changes and stuff like that that are newish to Unreal Tournament. So here we are. These things light up when I move.
Great.
Okay, so they've built, you know, a little tutorial zone for us to go through here.
I really like the look of levels made out of placeholder stuff.
Yeah. It's like we're playing Portal or something.
Yeah. Well, it gives you a chance to see, like, okay, and dodge.
Yeah, so you have a double tap dodge. You cannot do it in the air, by default anyway. Wall dodge. So if we're against a wall, we can do this dash. Oops.
Glug, glug, glug.
Oh, no.
Or maybe, like, do you have to be right up against it?
Yeah.
Or can you be, like, you know, a few pixels off?
You kind of have to be pretty close to it.
Okay.
So, like, I couldn't do it there.
Right.
That was too far.
Cool.
That's kind of the movement end of it.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Is that wall stuff in Unreal 3?
I don't think so, but it's been so
either.
long since I played UT3, it's kind of hard to say. And you know, they don't have things like it doesn't seem to have like energy. You know, you kind of like fill up your adrenaline meter and be able to pop like speed boosts and regen and that sort of stuff. Oops. Oh well.
Dodge into it.
Oh, well, anyway, the tutorial has you moving.
Got it.
I wonder if I can, well, let's just quickly blaze through the rest of the movement stuff and get back out. And we can run through the weapon stuff real quick. Or just go to bot match, maybe.
I'm curious who would be playing this tutorial.
Yeah, you know, it's been a long time since there's been a shooter like this, and some of the weapons have properties that are not going to necessarily automatically make sense. So, you know, you might need someone to tell you that you can, you know, you can shoot the secondary shock with the primary shock to make a shock combo, you know?
Yeah.
And they set up little areas that require you to use the shock combo to kind of, you know, and they describe it here like, hey, this is what you do. Not the worst idea in the world. Wow. Gotta be further back here, though.
That's cool. So they just have all the classic weapons in here?
Yeah, totally. It's unreal.
Bio rifle.
Yeah. You know, flat cannon, rocket launcher, the Redeemer, the translocator. So yeah, there's a big focus on like making stuff in this game, or rather, like as part of its development, they're like, hey, remember how people used to make all kinds of stuff for Unreal? Well, we should do more of that. And
I think it ties in nicely with the fact that the engine's free now.
yeah,
Like it's just to encourage everyone to use this all the time.
right. Yeah, it's like, hey, we heard you all liked Unity now, but Jesus, you should really get into Unreal. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we're playing. We're fighting bots.
Okay.
You know, they're bots. They're bots that are part of the tutorial, to be specific. So
they're way dumb.
yeah, probably.
So now the tools to make Unreal Tournament stuff is free.
Well, there's the ability to kind of make mods for Unreal has been free all along.
Okay.
It's more than just the engine for making your own full-on games is a little more accessible for people.
Pretty good with that rocket, Jeff.
I'm blowing people up.
So I can download this from where?
From UnrealTournament.com.
Okay.
Like they have it there. You have to sign up for an account, and from there you're basically installing the Epic Games launcher, which they don't. It's not just you're not just downloading a build of this. You're downloading their little launcher thing, and then from there, it's giving you the latest version of the game and all that sort of stuff. And
okay.
It looks like that's something they're building for. Like there's a Fortnite tab in there too.
Victory.
Oh right, Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite. That's apparently exists in some form. I don't know. All right, so let's just get out of this tutorial thing and see what we can find on the internet. Last time I tried this, it just said server full.
Huh.
I needed to pull up an actual server browser.
Do you think this game will ever, quote, come out, or do you think it will be a constant like testing ground? And
I think it'll get to a point where they take the pre-alpha label off of it,
sure,
and kind of consider it to be in release, a 1.0, whatever you want to.
Do you see it being more like a Trackmania thing, where it's just like, here's a bunch of crazy maps, every one will be different?
Well, so I think this is designed to be a free thing, even when it's released. It's not something that they're gonna box up, put in stores, charge you 40, 50, 60 bucks for it, because they're doing we can't get out of this. So I'm gonna just Alt-Tab out, and we can talk about the launcher real quick here.
Okay.
Because I think this is going to be how they're going to make their money, or how they're planning on making their money. Hats.
Aha!
So you as a user, Drew Scanlon, LLC.
That's me.
Could make a helmet as this teriyaki style person did, and then put it in the store for $3, and Epic gets a cut.
All right.
I think is what the plan is. So they're incentivizing people to develop for this game in a way that didn't happen back when UT was around the last time. And I think the model's kind of changed for people, and how if they're gonna make maps and mods for a game and stuff like that, like the Steam Workshop has made it possible for people to make money doing stuff like that. So
this is how Dota works, right?
Sort of, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. They actually have some kind of cool ideas with their. They have 3 hats up here so far, and so if you're just playing, it looks like this, but when you're in the lead, it grows horns.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is kind of a cool idea. And then they've got this money hat, which is gold, and you flip it around, it's like a switch. You turn it around when you're in the lead.
That's great, and it turns gold.
Yeah, and it turns gold. That's a silly idea.
Yep.
The tools to create mods are kind of built right into this, to install it, are built right into the launcher. The Unreal Engine is built, stuff is built right into the launcher as well. And then they've got this Fortnite tab for like, I don't know, man. You want to sign up for this thing? I don't know. We think it's a game. It's probably a game.
Do you know if they have tutorial stuff for the create part of it?
Well, so they have kind of. Yes.
Oh.
Let's say yes.
Okay.
They do.
Uh-huh.
Modify rate of fire, ammo capacity, and save your modified weapon. So yeah, they're kind of just showing people the basics of some of this stuff. You know, editing blueprints, and you know, like this is stuff that seems like it's, you know, you're making modifications to existing items instead of creating items from scratch, but you're using the tools. You know, you're getting used to the tools and stuff like that.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Especially,
that's
you know,
a cool idea.
if you're somebody who wants to get into making games.
Yeah, that might. I can't speak to how easy or hard it is or how useful that information is, but it's a cool idea. Let's relaunch and see if we can actually.
Nice to have it all right here.
Yeah.
In this launcher thing, it's kind of cool.
It's a smooth way to present that stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
So they haven't really opened it up to maps or anything yet?
Well, so there's a map in the
those three
marketplace
hats?
that is community made.
Okay.
There was one in there and it was free, so I picked that up. I don't know if we'll see it running on any of these servers here, but okay, this one's got 40 players. It looks like that's the most populated area.
Whoa, available matches.
Stuff's a little weird. I'm not sure what they're trying to accomplish with some of this stuff.
Are you voting? Are all those players split up into different games?
I can click these available matches, I think, or we can go on individual servers and I can kind of just get, you know, a server browser, sort by players. All right, we got DM Temple Instig. Okay, all right. Let's try this out.
Okay.
All right.
Way to go, Jeff. Off to a great start.
Yeah. Well, you know, remember when we played that game with the rats and I said you should just play Unreal Tournament?
Yep.
Well, now there's like a new Unreal Tournament on top of that.
Yeah.
That does this mode. Oh, jeez.
Splatter real good.
The movement speed seems kind of slow.
It's no Quake.
Yeah.
Certainly. Yeah, I wonder how they'll handle global things like that.
Well, it's server specified. You know, like you can make your mods and do all that sort of stuff, but unless you're running the server, it's, you know, you don't have any say over what's in or not in the game. Oh. Damn it.
So you think player movement is controlled by the server?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you wanted to create a mod that was like faster player speed and then run that as an option, I bet you totally could do that. Ugh. Bad shooting. Bad shooting. I killed somebody though. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, some of those servers back in the original UT got pretty crazy when you're like flying jets and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like to see this game get to a point where you're just in a server rotation and you have no idea what's coming next, and it's always weird.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of one of my favorite things about this era of shooter is that it was kind of like that, or it could be, you know? It's like, okay, well, let's just hop on this server. I don't know what weird shit they're going to be running, but, you know, it'll probably be crazy.
Yeah.
It'll probably be kind of fun. And then, you know, everyone kind of settled down into, you know, some set modes and mutators and options and stuff. Ugh. All right, let's try an actual, like, regular deathmatch server here. Just getting ripped up. I've gone soft, Drew.
You know, it's a new Unreal Tournament, Jeff. There's time to Become godlike.
Fair enough.
That was DM Temple.
Yeah. Okay, so this map here is the one that was in the marketplace. So this seems to be the first community map, maybe?
Oh, wow. There's like textures and stuff.
Yeah. Amazing what a difference textures can make, huh?
I think this looks pretty good.
Yeah. Oh. Just rev up the impact hammer and hope for the best. No? All right.
Is the speed a little bit better for you too?
Yeah, this seems to be, yeah, the player movement seems slightly faster here as well. So I wonder what the right answer for player speed is. Like, what's the canonical player speed?
Yeah, like I imagine that, you know, you'd want to develop your map at least starting with some
Yeah, probably, yeah.
some common speed.
Whoop. Yeah, so, you know, link gun, flat cannon, you know, the weapons you expect to see are present, accounted for.
Feel pretty good?
It feels nice, yeah. I need to change my. You can already set like your weapon order, like weapon priority, like what auto switches, what doesn't.
Oh, cool.
And basically, the way I set that is I just use exactly what they have in there, except I make it so it never switches away from the flat cannon once you get the flat cannon.
Oh, okay.
Because the flat cannon is the most fun and crazy weapon in the game. I always enjoyed it the most. So
Yeah,
that's what I always go with.
it's a good one.
Oh. You know, like a 1 second respawn timer. That's nice and fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope the monetization thing works out for him.
It seems like the sort of thing that, you know, if you look at like the amount of money that, you know, Valve claims to have paid people through workshop support on stuff like TF2 and Dota, like, you know, it seems like the sort of thing that has worked elsewhere, and it just kind of depends on if people want this kind of shooter still.
Yes.
Because if they do, then there are people that are going to be able to probably make some amount of money making stuff. But I don't. At the same time, like I wonder, like, you know, if map makers will be able to make money, because maps seem like the sort of thing that like
you wouldn't
how
want
does
to
that work?
charge for it because no one would ever play it.
Yeah, does just the server operator have to buy the map, or does everyone playing have to buy the map? Like,
Yeah.
you know, that sort of stuff could be kind of weird. And maybe they've already answered that question somewhere else. I haven't really dug too deep on that stuff yet.
Do you think there's any danger of this being the arena shooter that to end all arena shooters? And we never see another one.
I mean, the thing is like, I don't know how many of them you need.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things where you see so many in early access and so many people trying to go for that stuff. And, you know, even games that just haven't been shown, like that's Cliff Bleszinski's company is working on some kind of arena shooter with, was it Blue Streak or whatever it's called? I don't know if that's the real name. Anyway, you know, like there are people trying to bring that back, and that's great. Like I think, you know, there's room for something like this out there.
Yeah.
But I just don't know what the appetite is for it overall. Like, are people going to want 20 games that are all kind of go playing that specific nostalgia card,
Right.
Or trying to drive that sort of thing forward, I guess, or is there going to be room for like one game, and is the most open and versatile game going to be the one that comes out on top?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're doing it right with this thing. You know, at least it seems to be that they are for now.
Fucking bio rifle. I hate the bio rifle.
What? How are you supposed to use the bio rifle?
Well, the alt fire creates that big blob that's like a landmine.
Okay.
And then you can, shoot little blobs of it at people, and they'll stick around for a little bit. The other thing that you can do is if you, in this, I don't know if this happened in all of them, but it's something I learned from the tutorial, is if you kind of hit secondary fire, or hit secondary fire while you're holding primary fire, then your blobs will bounce or roll and skate on the floor.
Huh.
So you can kind of skate them under stuff at people, kind of float them over there,
Okay.
which was kind of a neat idea, but I still hate the bio rifle. It's the worst gun. Lowest on the priority list.
Yep.
I'd rather have the pistol most times. Oh. The link gun pulls people, so you can pull people towards you a little bit
Really?
with the secondary fire on the link gun.
Like a tractor beam?
Yeah, sort of. Ah. You can rocket jump, you can impact hammer jump, and do that sweet wall thing. I think there's one map we still haven't seen yet. Should I quit out and try and look at that?
Yeah, let's see it.
Oh, God. There's a couple here. There's ASDF, crash site.
I bet that's a
It's a cool map.
it's a great one.
Outpost 23, I don't think we've seen. We haven't seen deck test. That looks nice.
Yeah. Is this the one that's on the loading screen, like the one they use in all their?
I think so. Yeah, I think this was the one when they were kind of first showing the look of the game. This might have been the map they were showing.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy had unreal damage or quad, whatever the fuck it's called here.
I like that it has a high amount of detail, but you can still very easily discern the level of geometry.
Yeah,
and not
yeah.
get lost in it. You know where edges are. You know how the walls look. I think it's got a great look.
Yeah, I really do like the way it looks.
There have been games, Unreal 4 games that have come out, right?
Unreal Engine 4, yes.
Yeah.
There's that zombie game. What was that, Daybreak? Didn't that come out? I don't know that there have been that many.
Okay.
But I think some stuff has shipped, yeah. Ugh. Yeah, and they seem like they're iterating on this stuff pretty routinely, or at least like they're, the title screen there talks about how it's like collaboration between Epic and people that love games, all that sort of stuff. And it's, they're running regular live streams, like they're trying to develop it pretty openly, which seems like the right way to approach something that you're going to want to have like a lot of community involvement in the developing end, So that seems kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish them the best. It seems like a really cool endeavor.
Yeah, and I just, I always liked this type of deathmatch shooter and Unreal Tournament and that sort of stuff. So the idea of them making a nice new-looking one and finding a way to kind of get people to, oh god, it just jumped into.
Yeah, ASDF, let's do it.
All right, let's see what this map looks like, I guess. I thought I'd quit. Anyway, yeah, it seems like a way to kind of develop a modern take on the kind of community elements. Having a way for that community to earn money. It seems like that's the expectation these days.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they're doing right by not only the community, but the Unreal name itself, or Unreal Tournament name itself.
Yeah.
It seems like a very Unreal Tournament game.
Totally.
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's call it.
All right.
That's Unreal Tournament. Yeah, I don't know. You can just go download this for free and play it. You know, you can shoot stuff, and
Looks like you can make stuff, too.
or yeah, you could totally make stuff if that's your thing. I don't know that I would ever make stuff because that sounds hard, but you know, here's a tutorial. Here's a hat tutorial. You could maybe go through the hat tutorial and figure out how to make a hat, and then make $1 billion on hats.
Hey, they're pretty hot right now.
Everyone loves hats.
I love hats.
All right, Drew, let's go learn how to make hats.
Thanks, hats.